Welcome to the 2023 Galveston Youth Leadership Award student videos. Students from Ball High School, O'Connell College Preparatory School, and Odyssey Academy have been chosen as finalists to compete for this coveted award. The students from their selected high schools by a panel of faculty judges. Each student was chosen based on his or her academic achievement, cultural awareness, physical fitness, and service to the Galveston community. The Galveston Youth Leadership Awards is celebrating its 41st year. Galveston's program is the only surviving program of its type from among several begun nationwide in 1981 under the Lou Brock Awards project of the Westinghouse House Corporation. In 2003, UTMB assumed sponsorship of the Galveston Youth Leadership Awards and continues to carry on this fine tradition of recognizing Galveston's outstanding youth leaders. In addition to UTMB, it is because of the generosity of our local sponsors, the Galveston Youth Leadership Awards program remains strong today. These giving individuals and organizations include the Harris and Eliza Kempner Fund, the J. Vanderpool Memorial Trust Fund, the Grant Family Fund, the Galveston County Daily News, the Ben and Sharon Raymer family, Amy Kelso, and Dr. Misha Saeed. The personal videos you are about to see respond to questions presented to the finalists. Community judges will review the videos as well as the students' written applications to determine the top 3 winners. All 12 youth leaders deserve our recognition and congratulations. They will be honored at a banquet in May when the top prize winners will be announced.
Hello, my name is Colin Thomas. I'm currently a senior at Ball High School, and I'm involved with the Ball High School band. I have been involved in the band for all 4 years of my high school career, and I've been named the drum captain for my senior year. Some strengths that I have is that I am very passionate and determined about percussion and performing in general. A weakness I have is that I need to learn how to manage my time and balance between school, band, church, and my free time. I sometimes pour too much of my time and energy into my extracurricular activities and not enough into my personal life that involves my friends and my family, which is a very important part of my life. I have been accepted to the Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas, as well as the Honor College within the university. I plan on pursuing a major in business and marketing while double majoring in hospitality and percussion performance. Over the last 3 years, my director saw the passion I had for drumming and performing and gave me the opportunity to become the drum captain for my senior year, which meant that I could be a teacher, motivator, and kind of like an older brother figure for the underclassmen while sharing my passion that I had for percussion. It allowed us to grow as a team while also letting the band as a whole grow with us. A moment when I felt I showed great leadership was when I founded and headed a fundraiser that raised $16,000 to send the entire percussion section to a drumline camp at the University of A&M Commerce. I motivated my team while also individually going to local businesses, obtaining private investors, and creating a Venmo that they could advertise while I worked to help them however I could. The use of AI in learning could have various effects on the education world we know today. There are always pros and cons with everything, but in my eyes, I see more pros with the use of AI in education. If it were used in a teaching position, it could be used for fair grading, which would eliminate the human bias but would add the need for programming to make it fair. It would be able to dictate where the student is academically instead of the teacher expanding their resources to try and figure that out for themselves. The students could use AI for the finishing of assignments if they were stuck and had nowhere else to go, but there would have to be regulations because the students shouldn't use it to do the assignment for them because then they wouldn't really be learning any material at all.
Hello, my name is Kalia Poncino and I'm currently a senior at Ball High School. I was born in Denver, Colorado and moved to Galveston, Texas when I was 8 years old. I have 7 siblings that I love and cherish, 2 of which currently go to Ball High. My goal in life is to be a woman entrepreneur and graduate college with my master's degree in business management. I hope to have a job that I love and enjoy doing every day that also allows me time to go out and mentor students into becoming leaders. I also hope to incorporate dance and cheerleading into my future life because I've been doing it every day since I was 8 and I absolutely love it. Being in all of the different activities that I am in, I always have the opportunity to participate in community service events. So if I had to choose a favorite, I would have to say it's the holiday annual food drive, because not only does it bring Ball High together, but it brings the entire community together to donate to people who are in need. We collect cans and load them into a truck and send them off to these people We also have the Tornettes, choir, and cheerleaders come out and perform to give it a little more fun and entertainment. We have different organizations in the library packaging other foods to also send to them. I would say that I am a leader because I am captain of the cheer team, and I've been choreographing the dances for about 3 years now. I am also project manager for student council, and I always get the opportunity to plan events for the student body and promote school spirit. I've organized all of the pep rallies this year, and I think they've been a huge success. I'm currently teaching the underclassmen to become leaders in student council so they're ready for next year without the seniors. I think that the chatbot is an excellent technological advancement and it'll really help with future development, but when it comes to education, I think it'll provide leeway for students to have solutions solved for them and that they won't try as hard and critically think and figure out things on their own. All right, and my name is Gyla Fontenot again. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Hi, my name is Charles Gundrum. I just wanted to say thank you for selecting me for the Galveston Youth Leadership Award. Some things about me are that I really enjoy exploring the wilderness and wildlife and doing anything outside, really. I like to go fishing and going on the boat in the Offets Bayou. I love going to the beach and exploring state parks and being involved in the wildlife. I also enjoy going to the gym and lifting weights. And in my career, I hope to go to school for petroleum engineering and have an impact on the energy industry, either through creating renewable energy or using something like carbon capture. One community service project that I enjoyed doing this year was through the football youth outreach program at Rosenberg Elementary School, where we worked with and mentored younger elementary school kids and tried to show them that they could be both proficient in academics and athletics. This program really had a huge impact on me because it made me realize that I really enjoy working and volunteering with kids, and I could see myself doing something of this nature in the future. This year I was chosen as a team captain on the offensive line for our football team. I earned this position through 4 years of hard work and dedication to the sport. I became a role model to my teammates by not only setting an example through my hard work, but also by keeping them accountable for theirs. I believe I played a role in this season's success, leading to a 10-0 season. I think that artificial intelligence platforms like ChatGPT are the next frontier for development. With that being said, I believe its emergence is a double-edged sword, especially in regards to education. On one hand, it encourages students to be lazy and to take shortcuts, not letting them get the full effect of their education. On the other hand, having information at your fingertips in a digestible format is a vital resource in the coming future. The trick is to control AI and not let it destroy human ingenuity.
My name is Joseph Caleb Chabot Muslin, but my friends call me Caleb. I am incredibly honored to be named a finalist for this year's Galveston Youth Leadership Award. I also think it's pretty cool that some of my closest friends are actually some of the finalists as well. A little bit about me, I genuinely enjoy school and the whole learning process of it. If asked by my peers, I would probably deny that I just said that, but it is 100% true between you and me. I enjoy the challenges that come with school. I enjoy the process of asking questions and then finding answers. I have done my best through the years of high school to miss as few days as possible because I fear falling behind, missing critical lessons, and other stuff like that. I feel that I'm a very committed student and I take the responsibility of school very seriously. Another fun fact about me, I refuse to compare my success to others in terms of like where I rank throughout the class, like 1 through 435. However, I did give permission to my parents to know this information, but I insisted on not knowing it whatsoever. The competitive class ranking game just wasn't of no interest to me. I just worked as hard as I did in order to ensure that I had the best possible chances for the future that I was choosing. How I compared to my friends was really completely meaningless. I just felt that self-motivation was better than knowing where I was among a big group of people. Another thing, I am planning on attending the University of Texas to study architectural engineering next year. I've chosen this field largely based on my love for all things math related. I'm eager to begin in this new chapter in my life. Hook on. Next, I've been asked to discuss and describe a community service project through which I feel had a significant impact on Galveston or just society. So I've chosen two, actually. So throughout my high school experience, I've been a part of countless volunteer groups such as NHS, NTHS, Key Club that provided me opportunities to give back to the community in which I grew up. While all these community services were important, there are two projects that I feel helped my Jewish community as well as my community as a whole. So, as a part of studying for my bar mitzvah, when I was 13 years old, this conducted when I was like 12, I was charged with developing and implementing a mitzvah project. If you don't know, a mitzvah is the Hebrew word for commandment, and it basically just means doing a deed in hopes of making the world a better place. I honed in on my love for sports and created a local, gently used sports equipment drive. With this drive, I was able to collect an entire moving truckload that would be transported to the Resource and Crisis Center here in Galveston. With this truckload, I felt like the truckload in this project really opened my eyes to the power of volunteering and how much of a difference I could make in the world. So also, last summer, I had the opportunity to give back to this Jewish summer camp where I've grown up for the past 9 going on 10 years, known as Green Family Camp. This place has helped me to form my Jewish identity over the years. Last year specifically, I was part of a junior counselor training program in which I aided the full-time camp staff in taking care of the children, as well as helping ensure the camp ran smoothly as well as safely. Being able to give myself and my time to form bonds with the young campers and know that I was helping pave the way for them to have a similar experience and priceless memories as I had the whole camp was very rewarding and very beneficial to myself. Next, I will give an example of me being an effective leader. So early in my junior year of high school, I was selected to receive the local Rotary Youth Leadership Award, better known as Gyla. So this award consisted of a weekend-long leadership retreat. I could never have predicted how valuable the lessons learned at this retreat would be, from what a leader looked like, what a leader had to act like, what a leader could do, stuff like that. So this experience has really helped me in so many ways along the way after the retreat. So for example, last summer after the first session of my junior counselor training at camp, I was invited back for the second session of camp to be a full-time staff member and bunk counselor. So this is rather unheard of because most full-time counselors are not allowed to be full-time counselors until after they've graduated high school. But the camp director was very impressed with my leadership abilities that I showed during the first session as a junior counselor in training. I took my responsibilities very seriously, and she said I did a fantastic job leading the bunk of 10 children in which I was assigned. I was able to relate with the campers and really get to know them in what I felt was a different way than my co-counselors had. And to be asked to be a full-time counselor is a very huge honor. As I excitedly jumped into the new role of an official camp counselor, I quickly realized that the directors had put me in a bunk that they knew I could handle based on the abilities I showed the first session. They paired me with a co-counselor who they knew I could mentor and help lead in a better direction to counselor the kids in an effective way. While I was uneasy about this task because it was my first time, I feel like I excelled in this role. I guided the kids and my co-counselors throughout the session. I took action when discipline was needed. I took the lead when planning fun events for the campers. And I used my interpersonal relationship skills to really get to know and relate to the children throughout the session, throughout the day, really. I can undoubtedly say that I ensured that the kids had the best possible summer that they could have. Lastly, I'll share my thoughts on ChatGPT and how I feel it will impact education as well as the future of the world as a whole. So in my opinion, there are both pros and cons to the new technology known as ChatGPT. Overridingly, however, I think that ChatGPT will have a positive impact on the education of our youth. And to be honest, my education going forth as well. So based on the research I've conducted once I was given this prompt, I feel like this technology is revolutionizing learning for students of all ages, really. It essentially provides support and guidance to students at all hours of the day, whether school, home, work, whenever. So because this bot can help with challenging assignments or clarifying quick questions. I would personally find this feature incredibly helpful because I study at odd hours of the day, mostly at home. So if I have to ask a question, my parents most likely don't know the answer. Access to this would really benefit my type of learning a great deal, as I just said, because my parents don't always know the answers and I don't have time to ask the teachers at school sometimes. I understand that this algorithm also tracks your learning style and offers suggestions about ways to better and effectively study based on the information that has been gathered, which is a little creepy, but I guess it is helpful because students also learn in different ways. So if it tracks your pace, then it'll track ways in which it's better for you to learn. Classroom education can be more individualized, and these algorithms can help to improve the students' time management skills because it's easier to get work done faster and at a more accelerated pace. However, just like anything else in life, too much of any one thing can be bad. Misuse or abuse of ChatGPT can be harmful. There are concerns that this technology will be used for cheating, abuse, and as a possible platform for bullying as well. If overused, I can envision a scenario which the students, possibly some adults, have difficulty with their own critical thinking and may not develop their own research skills because they rely too much on this app to do their program to do their whole life. So I believe that we as society will have to find a balance of using this technology and continuing with our age-old classic educational tools. If this is combined, I feel like we can be far superior than we are today. Thank you for this opportunity to complete this interview. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Jackson. I am a senior this year and I am extremely proud to be graduating from Ball High School in May. Before they ask people to describe me, they would tell you that I am quiet and timid. However, they would also tell you that my strongest qualities are that I am dependable and loyal. My life experiences have greatly influenced who I am. From the time I was born, my mother has always been my biggest supporter and the only person that I could truly rely on. My biological father has always been in and out of my life. I can probably count on one hand the times that he has been there for me. When I turned 6, my mom married my stepdad. He has been in my life for almost 13 years now. He has attended mostly all of my sporting events since he came into my life. I know what it feels like to not have someone around that should be around. Because of this, I decided long ago to be the type of man that others can reach out to and always feel confident that I will be there for them. If my family or friends need me, I am there for them no matter what. From the age of 4, I played multiple sports, but I narrowed it down to football and track once I got to high school. Through sports, I've learned how to be self-disciplined, learn about commitment, and how to work with the others as a team. Being involved in football and track made me stronger not only in my body, but also in my mind. I am a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. My middle name is actually Dallas. The love for the Dallas Cowboys began with my uncle, and then my mom became a big fan too. She tells me that she wanted to name me Troy or Emmett, but she finally decided on Dallas. My entire family loves the Dallas Cowboys. I love getting together with my family to watch the Cowboys games. It is one of my favorite things to do. I love us dressing our Cowboys gear, eating, and watching the game. It is something I will miss once I go off to college. When I am not at school or at practicing, I try to relax by playing video games with friends and drawing or sketching in my sketchbook. I've always loved to draw. I won several art contests as a kid, but now it is something that I do as a hobby. It helps me be creative and allows me to express myself in a different way. I come from a blended family. My parents have 5 kids together. One of the reasons that I have goals to go off into college is because of my older sister. She has been a big inspiration because she went off to school in Atlanta and graduated from Magna Cum Laude. She also ran cross country and track. My hope is to follow in her footsteps. If I had to choose one project, it would be the hands-on experience I've had in a physical education class at Oppie Elementary. I've had the amazing opportunity to work with a group of students 3 times a week. I work in the PE classroom assisting the coaches in whatever they need. I work with the students at different stations on their gross and motor skills. I also lead games and activities. But probably what I love the most though is the bond that I have formed with these kids. As soon as I get there, the students get excited and run to me. Through this internship, I feel like I have made a significant impact. I work with kids that were really shy and I have helped them come out of their shells. I'll be honest though, I never thought that I would really enjoy this experience as much as I have. It has actually had a significant impact on me. I have learned patience, compassion, and I actually feel like I am making a difference. This experience has led me to make a final decision in my career path. I plan to go to school to pursue a degree in education. I want to become a physical education teacher and coach both football and track. My desire is to come back home and give back to my community by teaching and coaching. As I've stated before, life experiences have always made an impact on shaping me to be the person I am. To give a little background, I began playing football at the age of 5. I played both for the Reptiles and for the Hurricanes until I was in middle school, where I played both football and ran track. Once I got to high school, the passion I had for football and track was intense, and I wanted more than anything to participate in both. The seasons for each sport were held at different times of the school year, so I felt like I'll be able to succeed in both sports. This worked well my freshman year. However, during my sophomore year, I suffered an injury during football practice. I was not able to play for the rest of that season. By the time track season came around, I was completely healed and able to run again. My junior year, I tried to play football again, but I had the same injury occur to me again. At this time, I had to make a decision that broke my heart. I decided to stop playing football to focus only on running track. While leaving football was heartbreaking, I was glad that I still had track. I gave it my all at every practice and track meet. I became a leader within our track team. I have individual races that I run, but the relay races are just as important to me. I encourage our team to work together and communicate with each other during our races. We became better when we worked together as one. I became the teammate that arrives before everyone else, that maintains a positive attitude, and that makes sure that everyone is comfortable within their roles or position. It was during my junior year, after taking a leadership role, that I placed at the district and area track meets and reached the regional level in my individual events, and that we, as a team, reached the area level in our 4x1 relay. The disappointment of leaving football after playing from 5 years old to 16 years old was definitely something that I had a hard time getting through. However, I felt like this is preparing me not only for college, but for life. I know that I will go through different struggles and challenges in the years to come. I have learned, though, that everything works out for the best. Had I not gotten hurt in football, I would have possibly never became the leader that I became on my track team and succeeded as much as I did. I believe that all of this will transfer to my experience in college. I have goals that I have set, and I'm determined to reach them. I'll be completely honest, I had to do some research on ChatGPT before I answered this question. I wanted to make sure that I completely understood this new technology before forming any opinion about it. ChatGPT is a chatbot that can communicate with others in human-like conversations. While it can write essays and solve math problems, I also found out that it can write resumes, create content in several languages, and even give relationship advice. After researching, I feel like there are both pros and cons to this technology. I believe that this can be good for certain businesses. It is a cost-effective way for companies to communicate with their customer service departments. It also allows for certain tasks to be completed in a fraction of time that it normally takes. It makes it easy for people to get answers to pretty much anything almost instantly. It may help college students develop better studying habits by minimizing the time it takes to complete research or assignments. However, I do think that there are some concerns to using ChatGPT. While it does have many benefits, I believe that this can be hurtful to our education system. I think that it can hinder our creativity as well as make us less interested in working hard in school. Instead, I think it could be more dependable on artificial intelligence than on human intelligence. Students would want to rely more on ChatGPT than our own abilities. I think that this topic is going to be something people talk about more in depth. There are definitely great reasons to use ChatGPT, but also have to be careful on how it will affect our future classrooms. Deep down though, I personally feel like it will be used in the right way. It could become a great tool for students. I would like to thank the Scholarship Review Committee for your time and consideration.
Hi, my name is Taylor Polzine. I'm a senior at Ball High School, and I'm a very proud recipient of the Galveston Youth Leadership Award.
Give a brief description of yourself. Include information that was not on your application so that judges can get to know you better.
So, I'm a hardworking student, an accomplished athlete, a dedicated volunteer, and a trustworthy friend. I think the reason I'm able to be all of these things is because I just try to be a good person in everything I do. I'm a happy-go-lucky kid. I grew up outdoors, and you could always find me running around after my big brother with the ball in my hand. He's always been a big role model of mine. We have a strong and healthy relationship together. We always grew up playing sports together, and I think this is where I gained a lot of valuable life lessons such as discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Thankfully, when I was young, I had some success in sports, so it gave me my big drive and motivation that I have today to always do my best in everything I do. Between school, athletics, and all the time I spend with my family, it's hard to find time to hang out with my friends. So whenever we can, we try to go bowling. We like bowling. Try to go play basketball, and we love being out on the water. Next year, I plan on heading up to A&M for college and then headed back to Galveston to start a family of my own.
Describe a community service project through which you feel you've had a significant impact.
I'm a member of almost every community service-oriented club that Ball High has to offer. I like being involved in my school, and I believe it's important to give back to the community that's already given so much to me. I'm a proud BOI, which is why I believe in giving my time and effort into the community to help live up to its full potential. I've taken part in a lot of community service activities that have lasted a day, such as food drive, Ironman, and local beach cleanups, and even some that have stretched through the weekend, such as Hurricane Harvey cleanup and gardening at a local middle school. However, the community service in which I believe I've had the biggest impact is through Ball High Best. This program allows me to have a daily impact on the lives of many students. I'm a tutor, a mentor, and a friend. I go out 3 times a week to assist in local middle and elementary schools, and by May I'll have over 60 hours of hands-on classroom experience. I know it's lots of work, but it's definitely worth it because I've realized that even the small gestures that I do can have a big impact. I would say my proudest moment in Best is when I saw one of my kids was having trouble fitting in my gym class, and it was hard to watch him struggle, so I took him on as my personal mission. He became my little best buddy. Every day, I would work with him, play with him, and encourage him. And slowly but surely, I started seeing the changes and the big impact I'm having on his life. He's had more successes, making more friends, gained more self-confidence and pride. I'm so happy to see these positive changes, and I know I've had a big part in helping him out. So this makes me feel good. Through Best, I know I'm truly making a difference in the lives of my students and in my community.
Give an example of your leadership. How did you become a leader, and why were you effective?
So thankfully, I've been blessed to have many positive leaders throughout my life. I've taken a piece from each of these individuals, and I've learned many things from each of them, which has shaped me into the leader that I am today. My pop always taught me that character is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and I took this lesson to heart, and I believe I display this in all aspects of my life. Personally, I've had many leadership roles, whether it be in athletics, academics, or in the community, but one important role I've had is through Coastal Community Church. My leaders chose me, and they know that I will lead these students and kids into the right direction every day because they know that I'm a good role model for them. I've been a youth leader for 4 years, and I believe it's a big important part of my life because I'm able to develop key relationships with these kids, and I basically become a big brother figure to them. I lead by example, and I believe this is when I'm most effective as a leader because I'm a big part of their lives, and I hopefully help them want to become a better person.
Artificial intelligence in the form of ChatGPT has recently made the news. What do you think about this new technology? What impact do you see AI having on education?
So I understand the skepticism behind AI, but I'm cautiously optimistic on the positives that it can bring us through education. It's been huge advancements through time, such as the industrial age, the space age, and now we're in the digital age, in which AI is a powerful tool, but in the wrong hands, it can be potentially dangerous. However, I am highly intrigued that it can decrease human error, improve efficiency, and help us understand the world we live in and the problems we face every day. I realize there's positives and negatives to AI, and when it comes to education, it just seems like you hear the negatives, where students are taking advantage of these systems and using it on their assignments to cheat. And I think this is where character comes into play. Students need to take the initiative to do the right thing and not just take the easy way out. They should be using AI as a resource for their learning and not as a replacement. And I think there's definitely a positive way to integrate AI into the classrooms. My mom's a teacher, and she said she's always taught me that teaching is about connections, not just curriculum. And as we've learned through the pandemic, that students learn much better when there's a human connection to their teacher, not just watching a video online. Now, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a good thing that AI can provide this basic knowledge because this frees up time for teachers to do more important things such as creativity, communication, and build social skills with their students. And I've seen this firsthand and best and in my own classes. Teachers provide a great encouragement to students and they give them motivation and a sense of care. And in my opinion, AI just cannot replace this. Thank you for considering me for your scholarship and choosing me as a Galveston Youth Leader.
Hi, I am Haley Weisner, and I am a senior at Ball High School. I have many strengths and weaknesses. Some of my strengths are being a team player, being a leader, working hard and never giving up to achieve my goals in life. Also, I am very organized. Some of my weaknesses are, well, I just think that I am a perfectionist, or everything has to be perfected, and life isn't always like that. There's many roller coasters that go up and down. One of my challenges I have discovered was in 2021, I had torn my ACL and I was not able to perform and dance like I wanted to because I was passionate about it. I had to learn to accept things that were out of my control. Although this might have been hard, it was very challenging and pushed me to strive to become a better, stronger person than I am today. In my free time, I like to spend time with family and friends. I like to travel. I enjoy going to the beach and volunteering at the Humane Society because I want to pursue my career as a veterinarian and attend Texas A&M University in the fall of 2023. For the past 3 years, it has been an honor to lead the Ball High Galveston Tornettes. As a sophomore, I had to lead a large group of girls at such a young age that it challenged me to be a stronger person. As a senior, now leading the girls at the highest position as colonel, it is also challenging. But this is a different kind of challenge. I have to learn communication skills, leadership skills, listening skills, and to have fun at the same time. As a leader, I have shown a good representation of myself in the community and in school. I try to be the best role model that I can be and stay focused in my academics. As a leader, I know I need to give 110% at all times and I am very dedicated and passionate about what I do. In all my organizations, I have listened, encouraged, and support everybody I have been surrounded by. One community service project that I look forward to every year is when I gather my family together and we create a small holiday craft for the nursing homes. That could be anything such as a Christmas tree, an ornament, some pine cones as of reindeers, or really anything. And we get these together and we go deliver them to the doors of the patients that are in the nursing home. The small gesture always makes their holiday season a little brighter. ChatGPT has known to be the most powerful but yet unreliable resource. As a student, I feel that this tool does not allow us to think creative or think critically. I think that this tool will not benefit us in the future. Not only is it not beneficial to students, but this is also not beneficial to teachers either. They don't know if their students are fully comprehending. This will inhibit our learning. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to represent my school and my community.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Jones, and I will be answering the 4 questions you guys have sent me. First and foremost, I am grateful that I have been selected as one of the winners of this amazing scholarship. So with further ado, let's get started. The most important thing about me is that I am a hard-working and driven individual who isn't afraid to face a challenge. I'm passionate about my work, and I know how to get the job done, especially when the work involves math, which is one of my strengths. I love to solve mathematical equations, even though I dislike the word problems that surround it. One of my main goals is to become a civil engineer, which is my career aspiration, and to build a futuristic building or futuristic city that will allow society to flourish and succeed. A community service project that I feel I have had a significant impact on is feeding and praying for the homeless with my church. This has changed me as a person because it has allowed me to make a better connection with my community and also to open their eyes to the love that is right in front of them, God's love. One example of my leadership is when I volunteered for one of my clubs, the National Art Honor Society, and was selected to be a mediator to monitor kids at events. This act of volunteering allowed me to become a leader because of the patience and honesty I showed throughout the whole process of volunteering. This was effective as it allowed my motivation to increase and helped me to create a vision to rally people around a common cause. Lastly, what I think about ChatGPT is that it is an amazing and outstanding website to aid you in many activities surrounding schoolwork. And in my opinion, is the best website to help you with complex essays. I believe that the impact ChatGPT has on education is that it will allow teachers to plan lessons and grade papers easily and also allow students to work faster and more effectively. Again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be selected as one of the amazing winners and to also express my opinions. Thank you and have a blessed day.
My name is Janaya Bujair, and I am a senior at Odyssey Academy, graduating class of 23. I am a young Black woman hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana, with a burning desire to achieve all levels of success. My communication skills are strong, and I possess a keen attention to detail. I am dependable and responsible, and I excel at solving problems effectively. I hold myself to high expectations, and I am constantly striving to achieve them. While my ultimate goal is to become a teacher, I am determined not to make it my final career destination. My goal is to make a positive impact on my community, both in Galveston and back at home. As the first person in my family to attend college, I will be fulfilling a long-held dream by attending an HBCU. I am driven to succeed not just for myself, but for my younger sister as well. Her potential to become a great leader inspires me to keep pushing forward. I recognize my strengths, but am also aware of my weaknesses, such as putting too much pressure on myself and overworking. While I am capable of completing tasks under pressure, I often feel overwhelmed, which can prevent me from producing my best work. I have completed various service acts through my 4 years at Odyssey. The project with the most success began inside the school. Odyssey Academy stops offering sports programs for students entering high school, but despite this, I wanted to make a change. I have always had active participation in extracurricular activities such as tennis, dance, cheer, track. The pandemic disrupted my freshman and sophomore years, and upon returning to the school towards the end of sophomore year, I observed the depressing and vague atmosphere. To improve the situation, I decided to initiate something I loved and founded the Odyssey Rockets, to provide opportunities to young girls and boys. Witnessing the positive outcome of my idea made me realize that there are no limits when we take initiative. I continue to work towards improving dance and cheer extracurriculars in my school, collaborating with the Rockets team, which is our Odyssey's miniature dance team. Within a year, we won 3 high-ranking awards in an elite competition. Through this experience, I learned that I exhibit persistence when placed in a box, and it has enabled me to continue to become a leader in my community. Being a leader is an innate quality that involves holding oneself and others accountable. motivating people to achieve the unaccomplished, and accepting the pressures of implementing new ideas and thoughts. However, the introduction of ChatGPT into schools could be both beneficial and disadvantageous, potentially reducing the youth's need to work hard and possibly leading to a lack of motivation, but it can also be helpful for upper-level classwork. That is all. Thank you for listening to my Galveston Youth Leadership Awards video, and I hope all is taken into consideration.
Hello, I'm Austin Gabriel, and I am applying for the Galveston Youth Leadership Award, and this is my video application. I want to start with saying I'm bold. I've been in theater all my life, ever since I was 4, and every year I've done it to where I've loved it every time. And currently I'm in the UIL one-act play in the role of Alan, and recently I've won the Best Actor in the district. But that's my theatrical side, but I'm also an accomplished academic. I've remained #1 in the class ever since freshman year, and I still am. And despite that, I believe that doesn't say too much about my character. I want to say that I believe more in the stuff I study, like physics. I love physics a lot ever since I started taking it in junior year. And I'm also very into guitar and jazz guitar. So I think that the art side of my life is very full. I've studied it, I've played it for 6 years, and I think that that's part of what gives me the strength of perseverance and confidence. I think that over time, as you play for people or you perform in front of an audience, you become just unaffected by any negative comment, unless it's genuine criticism. I think I take criticism well, but I believe that I also am, that confidence kind of makes me very passionate, and I can be almost overconsumed by the stuff that I am working on, because I take a lot of pride in what I do. But I believe that part of me it defines me, and I think that that's also pushed me to what I want to do in life, which combines my love for space ever since I was a kid, and my favorite stuff to learn about was astronomy, and my dad had a telescope, and he took me flying a few times, and it's just the way I want to live my life, studying. And I think that confidence that I have could push me in many directions in engineering where I feel that a lot of people lack. But I think that confidence, I want to bring more confidence in the world. I think that innovators are often pushed out because they don't have that kind of skill, that speaking skill, or just that self-confidence. And I think that the biggest decay in education is that indirect and direct exclusion of innovators, and people who think different academically. And I believe that stuff like standardized tests has discriminated against some of the smartest people I know, and who have taught me so much about myself. And I believe that those experiences with people who I believe to be smarter than they are on a standardized test, I think that experience has molded me into a better academic, which is surprising. But I I think that I'm also, that confidence that I was referring to, it pushed me to this field, and it was also a struggle because I didn't know where to go with this confidence. So it led me to start this club called Engineering Opportunities Club, and that is my club I host with Mr. Langevine, and we have around 13 students who attend, but a lot more who signed up. But those 13, I feel like have learned a lot in this school year, and I've been working on it since junior year. I've accumulated at least 17 PowerPoints, and I have plenty of activities every single time we do it. It's a combination of that standard PowerPoint teaching, where a teacher will stand and teach you about something, which I believe some kids learn better that way, and it also involves the hands-on side every single class. And I think my favorite activity was when we did a civil engineering project where whoever could hold the most amount of weight with this structure that involved popsicle sticks and tape, and you're only allowed a certain amount of popsicles, and there are all these limitations. And I believe that competition pushed people really far, and they got very upset, some of them, because the cupcakes were the prize. Made them really sad. But I digress. I think that me trying to search for that innovation and what I wanted to do in life made me want to help others find their specific engineering field. And so I go through every engineering field every week, or a new engineering field every week, and I think it was effective because I love to go in front of people and tell them about the PowerPoint I made, and I think that being in front of an audience is where I'm most confident. So, I mean, maybe not in front of a video camera right now, but that's all right. And I believe that our education is definitely being, people are scared because of this ChatGPT and how it's able to write essays and do everyone's work, but I feel like it's too soon to assume whether or not it's going to be the greatest thing for students or the worst thing, because I believe it could be used as a tool for something like summaries, but people who are writing essays with it will get caught. I mean, it just plagiarizes too much. It's like a Google search engine, and it doesn't understand that it's plagiarizing, but it's just giving you all the information that it believes to be correct. And I think that it's a great tool, and the aspects of it can create code for you, but it just takes it from this external site like GitHub or like it takes it from external sites, and it doesn't matter, but it's just it takes these Google searches and it doesn't really tell people that it's plagiarizing all of this. So I think that it's a great tool, and the fact that it can write all this stuff is awesome, except it's plagiarizing, and that there's a lot of investment, but I think it's kind of futile, because improving this would only mean that it would make it easier to plagiarize. So I feel like as we go further into this technology, it will only make it easier for students to cheat, which I feel is a big downside. But as it is right now, I think it's a great tool.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. I'm a little bit sick right now, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I was born in Guatemala. I had Guatemalan Mayan parents, but due to extreme poverty, I was adopted by an American family when I was only 4 months old. Because of my father's job in the oil business, I've lived all over the country, including all 4 time zones, like California, Colorado, Connecticut, New York, and of course Texas. My community service this year at Ronald McDonald in Galveston has taught me a lot of sympathy, and it's been a real honor to work with some of the families and the children that lived there, especially in a time where they're very vulnerable. I hope that my small impact volunteering there has an effect on their lives, and I hope that I was able to put a smile on their face by doing my work there. I was an art volunteer, so I would kind of do arts and crafts with the kids and things like that. So I hope that I was able to bring joy into their lives. As far as leadership, I have become an artist in Galveston. I have gone to several auctions at Elizabeth Punch's studio. She is my mentor, so I also do a lot of classes with her, and I sort of assist in some of her classes. I've also volunteered at Holy Family Catholic School in their after program as a sort of assistant art teacher. I just kind of assist with the other art teacher, and sometimes we work on different projects and arts and crafts, and we actually did a mural in their school. So I take a lot of pleasure from teaching art to young individuals, and I hope to encourage others to find their own joy through art. As far as AI and ChatGPT, I think it's very significant. I think it's a very significant form of technology. I think it can be very beneficial, and I think it can help a lot of people if it's used responsibly. AI in education can be used in a lot of different ways. I've sort of done my own research on it because I am very interested in this new technology, especially as an artist. AI is sort of becoming a controversial topic for artists, but in education, it can provide a lot of personalized learning. There's a lot of algorithmic functions that can be used to analyze student performance and provide customization of work plans. Learning can be provided to students that are falling behind or not quite understanding the coursework. It can help personalize work, and it can allow teachers to intervene and be proactive. AI can also provide personal tutoring. AI can provide automated grading systems, which can free up a lot of teachers' time and energy. I know that grading is not very fun for teachers sometimes, so it can also provide virtual assistants to help students with scheduling, reminders, and homework. So that's just a few things that I think that AI can help with in education, but I don't think it's a replacement for teachers. I think it's meant to enhance the learning experience and make learning more accessible.
Hi, my name's Bobby Schultz. I'm a senior at Ball High School. I'm born and raised on Galveston Island. I enjoy playing and watching football, baseball, and basketball. Some of my favorite hobbies are nature photography and playing the guitar. And right now I'm working at Mario's Italian restaurant on the seawall. And I also have my own business of cleaning trash cans on the side for my neighborhood neighbors and around the city. One of my favorite and most memorable volunteer activities was working with Coach Chad Rogers and helping with his youth leadership camps. And we teach kids the proper way to do baseball techniques while allowing them to have fun with their friends and get better as they do it. One time where I felt like I had a big leadership role and I had to succeed while using leadership skills was being a catcher for the Ball High baseball team. Being a catcher means that you have to manage the game from not just your position, but being able to know everyone's positions and making decisions that you hope is best for the team. I feel comfortable knowing that my decisions are either going to positively or negatively affect our team, and it will end up being on me whichever way it happens. ChatGPT is a new viral AI technology that allows you to complete simple tasks with the click of a button online. It has immense power to change the world and especially education as a whole. We're not sure yet if it's going to be for the better or the worse. ChatGPT can help teachers complete simple tasks, grade assignments, as well as other teacher things that they need to get done. It can also help students, on the other hand, by allowing them to study easier, complete assignments easier, and learn new things that they were unaware of during the school day. As we learn more about ChatGPT and learn more about the different powers and ways it can change the world, we hope that the good outweighs the bad and it changes education positively forever. In conclusion, I'd like to thank the Scholarship Committee for giving me this opportunity and the leadership groups that I was a part of to make this happen. Thank you.